Ever find yourself struggling with meal prep? You're definitely not alone. If you've ever found yourself staring into your fridge, unsure of what to cook, or feeling overwhelmed by the thought of planning meals for the week, then you know the struggle is real. Meal prep is more than just cooking. It's about managing your time effectively, ensuring a variety of meals to keep your taste buds intrigued, and most importantly, maintaining a nutritious balance. It's a juggling act that can leave even the most organized among us feeling a bit frazzled. That's where we come in. This video is your ultimate guide to meal prep, designed to make your life easier, healthier, and tastier. We're going to discuss everything from planning your meals and grocery shopping to cooking and storing your meals. But worry no more, because today we're going to tackle these challenges head-on with a step-by-step guide to meal prep. Before we dive into the process, it's crucial to understand why meal prep is so beneficial. One of the most obvious advantages is the sheer amount of time saved. By preparing meals in advance, we can avoid the daily scramble of figuring out what to eat, eliminating the need for last-minute grocery runs or takeout orders. Another plus is the financial savings. Buying ingredients in bulk and cooking at home are often cheaper than eating out. This can be a significant difference over time, especially for those on a budget. Meal prepping also allows for more control over your diet. You decide what goes into your meals, making it easier to maintain a balanced diet and stick to your nutritional goals. And let's not forget about the reduced stress. Knowing you have a tasty, home-cooked meal waiting for you at the end of the day can make life a lot less stressful. With these benefits in mind, you can see why meal prep is a game changer. Now, the first step to successful meal prep is planning. It's like setting the blueprint for a healthier lifestyle. Without a plan, it's easy to fall into the trap of convenience food, which often means processed and less nutritious options. So let's talk about how to plan your meals. First things first, decide on your recipes. Think about your goals. Are you looking to lose weight or perhaps build muscle? Maybe you just want to maintain a balanced diet. Whatever the case, choose recipes that align with these goals. And don't forget to consider your taste buds too. You're more likely to stick to your plan if you enjoy what you're eating. Next, create a shopping list. This not only saves you time at the grocery store, but also helps to ensure you have everything you need for your recipes. It's a simple step, but it can make a big difference. Lastly, consider variety. Eating the same thing day in and day out can get boring, not to mention it can lead to nutritional gaps. So, mix it up. Try different proteins, grains, and vegetables each week. Experiment with spices and flavors. Keep it interesting, and your taste buds will thank you. Remember, planning is key. It's the foundation upon which successful meal prep is built. It sets the stage for healthier choices and ultimately a healthier you. With a solid plan, you're one step closer to mastering meal prep. Once you have your plan, it's time to hit the grocery store. Now, the key to grocery shopping like a pro is to stick to your list. Yes, that's right. Your list is your roadmap. It keeps you focused, helps you avoid impulse buys, and ensures you don't forget any essential ingredients. Next, consider buying in bulk. This can be a real game changer. Not only does it save time by reducing the number of shopping trips, but it can also be more cost-effective. Think about it. Staple items like grains, beans, and spices are often cheaper when bought in larger quantities. Just remember to store them properly to maintain their freshness. Speaking of freshness, always opt for fresh ingredients whenever possible. Fresh fruits and vegetables pack a nutritional punch that's hard to beat. They're packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that can fuel your body and keep you feeling your best. Plus, they often taste better too. Also, don't be afraid to explore the aisles for healthier alternatives. You'd be surprised how many products have a healthier version, like whole grain bread instead of white, or Greek yogurt instead of regular. And finally, remember to shop with your meals in mind. Think about how each item on your list fits into your meal plan. This will help you stay on track and make your meal prep even more efficient. With your groceries in hand, you're ready for the next step. Now comes the fun part, preparing and cooking your meals. Unleashing your culinary skills can be an adventure, and with a few handy tips, it can be efficient and enjoyable. Let's dive right into it. First off, consider batch cooking. It's a time-saving strategy that involves preparing large quantities of food in one go. For instance, if you're making a stir-fry for Tuesday's dinner, why not double the ingredients and save a portion for Thursday's lunch? It's not about eating the same meal every day, but rather being resourceful and maximizing your efforts in the kitchen. Now let's talk about your kitchen tools. The right tools can make a world of difference. Invest in a good set of knives, a durable cutting board, and quality pots and pans. A slow cooker or an instant pot can also be a game changer, allowing you to prepare meals with minimal effort. Remember though, the key is not to clutter your kitchen with gadgets you rarely use. Keep it simple and functional. Moving on, let's address the importance of keeping your workspace clean. It's not just about hygiene, but also about creating an environment that encourages productivity and creativity. Start with a clean slate. Clear your counters, wash your dishes, and organize your ingredients. As you cook, clean as you go. It's easier to wipe a spill immediately than to scrub it off later. Plus, it keeps your workspace tidy and manageable. Finally, be mindful of your cooking methods. Steaming, grilling, and sautéing are healthier options compared to deep frying. Also, use herbs and spices to add flavor without resorting to excess salt or sugar. Remember, the goal is not perfection, but progress. You might not get everything right the first time, and that's okay. With a little practice and patience, you'll be a meal prep pro in no time. With your meals cooked and ready, it's time for the final step. Finally, we need to properly store our meals to ensure they stay fresh. Storing your meals is an integral part of meal prep, and it's essential to get it right. The last thing you need is to open your fridge and find your carefully prepared meals spoiled. So how do we prevent this? First things first, we want to use airtight containers. These are your best friends when it comes to keeping your food fresh and tasty. They prevent air, the main reason food spoils, from reaching your meals. Plus, they're stackable, which is a bonus for those of us with limited fridge space. Next, we mustn't forget to label our meals. This practice is not just about being organized, it's also about food safety. By labeling your meals with the date you cooked them, you'll know exactly when they need to be eaten by. You can use a simple sticky note or get fancy with a label maker. Speaking of food safety, it's essential to understand some basic guidelines. For instance, most cooked meals can safely be stored in the refrigerator for about 3 to 4 days. Anything longer than that, and it's best to pop them in the freezer. Remember, when reheating, ensure your meal reaches a temperature of at least 165 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the safe temperature that kills any potential bacteria. With your meals properly stored, you've successfully completed your meal prep. Now that we've gone through the process, let's quickly recap what we've learned. The journey began with understanding the benefits of meal prep. It's not just about having your meals ready in advance, but also about controlling what you eat. It's a powerful tool that allows you to say no to unhealthy food choices and yes to a more balanced and nutritious diet. The second step in our journey was planning. A well-thought-out plan is the backbone of successful meal prep. It helps you decide what to cook, how much to cook, and when to cook, making the whole process smooth and efficient. We then moved on to grocery shopping. We learned that armed with a clear plan, we can shop more effectively, avoiding impulse buys and wastage. It's all about buying what you need, not what you want. Our fourth step was the actual preparation and cooking. We discovered that efficient cooking techniques not only save time, but also retain the nutritional value of our meals. We also learned some great tips on how to make our meals more flavorful. Finally, we discussed storage. Proper storage ensures that our meals stay fresh and safe to eat. With the right containers and storage techniques, we can keep our meals appetizing for days. Remember, meal prep is not just about saving time. It's also about living a healthier and more balanced lifestyle. So give it a try and see the difference it makes.